Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Namah Shivaya. Om 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 Namah Shivaya.
Welcome, everyone. This is Swami Nivali, and we're having another community call of Shivaratri preparation, getting ready for the Great Night of Shiva. We'll be having these community calls. This is our second night of the 12 community calls. Our devotee host tonight is Radha B, and she is someone who has been studying with Dr. Pillai for many, many years, and she helps out with a great many things. She's also a certified astrologer herself. I'm seeing in the chat someone saying that they had a dream about Dr. Pillai last night. That's always a nice omen. You might want to write that down in your journal. So my name is Swamini Vali. I am your tech support person for tonight. I'd like to say welcome to Judy Engel, also known as Byervy, who is helping in the chat as the moderator. You'll see her name with the blue wrench so she can help with answering some of your questions. And now I'm going to turn this over right now to Radha, who is going to introduce our program for tonight. And I think she's actually going to share a mythotherapy story with us. So settle in and we give a warm welcome to Radha.
Thank you so many, Vali. It's really nice to be here with everyone because we're really just getting ready for Maha Shivaratri. Dr. Pillai has said that if you meditate, if you chant Om Namah Shivaya, if you do some rituals like hydrating a Shiva Linga on that one special night a year, that you can gain the power as if you had been meditating on your own for like millions of years. So it's a super power time. It's going to be a lot of energy. And that's why it's so great that we get to gradually increase our energy through coming on these calls for 12 days before. And just more and more will be vibrating with Namah Shivaya, this Shiva sound, which is the sound of the 5 elements. And so it's going to be a lot easier for us once we get to Maha Shivaratri and much more enjoyable because we're like getting in shape before the big race in a sense. And it's not a race, it's just a wonderful spiritual time. But I wanted to share a little mythotherapy story with you about Maha Shivaratri because Dr. Pillai has talked about mythotherapy in that it's like a type of meditation that goes really deep in your brain. And it's not that myths are fairy tales that are not true. Actually, myths are the stories that are the most true and that resonate deeply with us. And so this is a story from that Astrovet has on their website. As you know, it's the practice to fast on Maha Shivaratri. And the reason from this is explained in the legend of King Chitra Banu. And this story is told in the Shanti Parva, which is a chapter of the Mahabharata. And Bhishma was lying on the bed of arrows. He was giving a discourse on Dharma, or righteousness. And he was talking about a king named Chitra Banu observing Maha Shivaratri. And Chitra Banu was a powerful ruler of the Ishvaku dynasty and the king of Jambu Dwipa. And I'm probably mispronouncing that, I apologize. That's an ancient name for India. And one time he was observing a fast with his wife, and a sage called Ashtavakra came to his court along with some of his students. And he asked the king, "Why are you fasting?" And the king explained that he had a rare gift. He could actually remember the incidents of his past birth. In one of his previous lives, he had been born as Suswara, who was a hunter in the town of Varanasi. And he killed and he sold birds and animals. And one day he was out in the forest hunting and he shot a deer with his arrows, but it started getting dark. And so he climbed a bilva tree to be safe from the creatures of the forest that come out in the nighttime, like the tigers and the snakes. He was worried that his wife and children would be going without food. He was anxious about being stuck in the forest at night. He actually started to cry. And to his shock, he noticed that his canteen was also leaking water. And the water fell down from the tree along with some of those bilva leaves on the trees, a sacred leaf that Shiva loves. And they fell down onto a Shiva linga that happened to be placed underneath the tree. Shiva linga being that representation of Shiva and Parvati. So Suswata stayed all night awake in that tree, keeping vigil, keeping alert. And the next morning he was able to go back down to the forest and find his way home and bring food to his family. And as they were about to eat the food, a stranger arrived at his house asking for food. He was begging for food. And Suswata, being a good host, he served the guest first. And after that, he lived for many years. He prospered. He didn't know that he had by chance fasted on that special day of Shivaratri. When he was in the tree, it was actually that special night of Maha Shivaratri. But many years later, he was about to die, and two messengers from Lord Shiva appeared, and they took his soul to heaven. And it was only at that point that he learned that it was a reward for having fasted on that auspicious day and night. The messengers explained that by dropping the leaves on the Shiva linga, he had unwittingly been doing ritual worship for Lord Shiva on Maha Shivaratri. Talk about being at the right place at the right time, even though at the moment he probably was so upset to be stuck in that tree in the dark, dangerous forest. And besides, the water that had leaked from his canteen had washed the Shiva lingam, like the hydration rituals we do, the abhishekam. And he also fasted that entire day and night. And so because of this, he had earned really great merit. And his soul was given a place in various heavens until it reached the highest. Later, he got reborn as a king, and as a special favor, he was given the knowledge of this former life. So the Maha Shivaratri fast and vigil was first observed by Chitra Banu. And so since then, it's been traditional that devotees can keep a fast. Sometimes it's modified, it's fast, depending on what is possible for one, and offering fruits and the flowers, the bilva leaves, if possible, to the Shiva linga, and just keeping that vigil to honor Lord Shiva. So why don't we go ahead and get ready to practice Namah Shivaya. It's such a powerful mantra corresponding to the 5 elements of nature. And it's so protective. It'll protect us from calamities that come from the 5 elements of nature, like storms and wildfires and windstorms and earthquakes. And it not only protects us, but it really energizes us and helps us to manifest and to develop. So because it's such a karma busting time, think about a karma that you want to erase completely. Some kind of a karmic thought, because karma is thought. For example, like a disease thought, or a money thought, a relationship thought that's so unfavorable. And have that as your intention of what you want to dissolve through divine grace. We're going to be going into the chanting video now. We're going to be putting the sounds in the different parts of the body. Dr. Pillai will be leading us in this video. So close your eyes and start to go deep inside. And feel free to open your eyes to see the video as needed, because it'll show you the mantras. Take some deep breaths and make sure you're in a comfortable place. Our meditation and chanting will take about 30 minutes.
Namah Shivaya is the mantra for all the five elements. It's also the mantra for Lord Shiva, who is the founder of the Siddha medicine. Close your eyes and focus attention on the two legs. Now focus attention on the feet, the shin and calf, then the knees, and then the thighs, all of them together. And I am going to intone the sound Na, N-A, Na. Na. The Na represents the earth element. Intone the sound Na into the two legs. Send the sound into the two legs. Na. Also join me. Now go to your abdomen. It's the navel chakra. Focus attention on your abdomen. Now we are going to the next element, which is the water element in the abdomen area. When I am chanting, join me and then also focus attention on the abdomen and sending the sound Ma inside. Now go to the heart, the whole of the chest area. It represents the fire element. The sound for it is She. Now include also your two hands, the arms, and the heart, the whole of the chest. It's the fire element. Now go up, focus attention on your neck, the thyroid gland, and then the mouth. And that's for the air element. The thyroid, the tongue, the mouth. Now move up to the two eyes, the third eye and the brain, Shakash, which is the ether. The sound is Ya. Ya. Ya, the two eyes, the third eye and the entire brain. Ya. Focus attention on the two legs, the earth element. Now go to the navel chakra, focus attention on the abdomen and sending the sound Ma inside. Ma. Ma. Now go to the heart, the whole of the chest area. The sound for it is she. It represents the fire element. Now, the air element, the thyroid, the tongue, the mouth. Now move up to the two eyes, the third eye, and the entire brain, which is the ether, Shakash. The sound is Ya. Ya. Now we are going to repeat it starting from Na. Na. at the two legs, Ma, the abdomen, Shi at the heart, Wa at the throat, mouth, Ya, the eyes, the third eye, and the brain. Na Ma Shi Shivaya, Namah 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 Shivaya. 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 Namah Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya.
Gently, gently come back to yourselves. We give thanks to Dr. Pillai and to Shiva for whatever experiences we had while the chanting was happening. I see in the chat, Teresa's saying she loves the energy. Thanks to everyone for participating. And Marie is saying to Radha, thank you. Your story, your style of storytelling was very pleasing. So Radha, would you like to share a few more words right now?
For sure. Yeah, going through that audio chanting meditation experience just now with the group, being guided by Dr. Pillai's voice, you really get a sense of the power that gets unleashed when we start to connect to the sounds of Maha Shivaya, and how powerful it is going to be, even more so on Maha Shivaratri, which will be on February 28th in North America. And it's a time when we can have an experience of grace. And it's a time when Lord Shiva, who is so compassionate, he can remove a lot of karma from people. So I'm curious, how was your experience? Did you feel some karmas dissolving?
Sheena is saying in the chat, tears flowing once the music began, so profound and deep, thank you. And Chetna is saying emptiness. And Katina is saying, that's some serious energy. So it sounds like people, Santosh is saying, I could visualize that I was actually sitting before a Shiva Lingam. So some people had some beautiful experiences during the chanting. Sitaram is saying it's a powerful mantra. And Sheena is saying, thank you, Lord Shiva, for drinking the poison from the world and from our lives.
That's so true. Lord Shiva has the compassion that he drinks the poison so that we don't have to live that negative karma. And they say that Shiva is so easily pleased. Some people will say even that Shiva accepts idiots to be his students, which is kind of a relief for me. It's like we don't have to be so complicated. We don't have to go get advanced degrees or something. You know, we can just be simple and have devotion.
Very true.
And yeah, and we don't have to do something complicated either on Maha Shivaratri. We can do, you know, what we're able to do.
So Rara is saying in the chat, grace is power. Karma removal helps us manifest. She says she let go of some fears that she had about moving forward in her new job. And Miley is saying, I feel so peaceful and relaxed.
That's so great. It seems that these sounds of Namah Shivaya can really clear the slate and get rid of a lot of excess thoughts that we have sometimes.
And Sheena is saying, thank you, Dr. Pillai, for intervening on our behalf to bring us the grace of Lord Shiva. And I'd also like to say thank you to Ronnie and to Arjun, who have helped with creating some of our materials on the back end. I'd like to say thank you for that. I think it's a beautiful audio that we have. Sam is saying, I had a tougher day today with some stressful thoughts at work. But after chanting this, I realized how much I appreciate my job and felt the karma of the negative judgmental thoughts dissolve. Oh, that's a wonderful realization, Sam. And yes, gratitude does help dissolve the negative thoughts. So that's lovely. Thea is saying, very calm and a touch on my shoulder area. And Sam is saying, thank you, Dr. Pillai. I love this chanting in your voice. Someone is asking, is there a difference between Namah Shivaya and Om Namah Shivaya? I think when it starts with Om, it's bringing in the purification energy of Om, but either way is fine to chant, whichever is more comfortable for you. Someone is saying, what if I don't have a Shiva Lingam? If you don't have a Shiva Lingam, and I was with Dr. Pillai one time where he wanted us to do a little milk abhishekam on Shiva Lingams, and some of us didn't have some with us at that place. So he instructed us to go out to the garden and to just get a small, smooth stone and use that as our Shiva Lingam. So even if you don't have a formal Shiva Lingam, you could just get a little small stone, really small, it doesn't have to be big, and just a smooth stone and use that as your Shiva Lingam. You know, hydrate that with water or pour milk over it if you like. Kelly is saying in the chat, I feel an intense heat in my body, especially when focusing on removing old money scarcity energies from my life. And Rara is saying the chemistry between both of you is magical and increases the power of our chanting. Oh, thank you for that, Rara. I love doing things with Radha. She's got a good sense of humor and she brings a lot of purity to what she's doing because she really does practice all this stuff for real herself. Miley is saying millions of thanks to Dr. Pillai and the Pillai Center team. Okay, very good. Well, perhaps we should let Radha move on and talk a little bit about the program that's coming up. So I'm gonna mute myself, Radha, and let you comment on the cards that are.
Okay, but please chime in wherever you feel inspired to, Swami Vali. We'll have a look at the Shivaratri program that Pillai Center is going to be offering. And it's, as always, there's different ways, different levels to participate. And, you know, God knows what we can or can't do at any given point in time. All we have to do is just do our 1%, really. And then God comes in and does the 99%, the heavy lifting. But basically, there's going to be rituals done in India. There's going to be a live meditation and initiation with Dr. Pillai around midnight Pacific Standard Time. There's going to be 12-hour vigil led by the Pillai Center teachers so that it makes it easier. It really does, because you have the energy of the group really holding you up. It's not just you on your own. So it's a nice thing to participate, you know, if it works with your time zone. If it doesn't, you know, it might not be that night for you. You want to do your Shivaratri prayers when it is that nighttime for you, wherever you're located in the world. And then the most exciting and intense part of it is that Dr. Pillai agreed to give an empowerment live around midnight. That'll be 10:45 p.m. Pacific time to about 12:15 a.m. It's the night of February 28th, and then into becoming the morning of March 1st. So So whatever Dr. Pillai does is just perfect in the moment. It's always surprising. It's always different. It's destiny changing, as he says, and he'll do most likely the hydration of the Shiva Linga. And you can see in the picture there, the large black Shiva Linga being hydrated, because the water just brings it to life. Water is the life-giving element. And we want Shiva to come and be alive in us, and these sounds, Namah Shivaya, to live in us. And it'll be an initiation, very powerful one. And the 12-hour vigil, Pacific time, if you're able to participate in this, this is so wonderful as well. And also, AstroVed usually live streams the 4 kalas, the 4 time periods of the Shiva schedule where they do special rituals each time. That's really great to watch as well. You can see those amazing rituals being done in India live, and you can watch it afterwards too. It'll be available on YouTube on the AstroVed and perhaps even the Pillai Center YouTube channels. And but having that interactive vigil is going to be, it's been very powerful to do that, because you get guided through, okay, now it's time to do hydration on the Shiva Linga. And then it's split into 5 parts where there's a different variation of the Namah Shivaya that we'll do each time as a group, as a meditation. And so it keeps you really active and engaged. You're always doing something. You're doing a meditation, or you're chanting a mantra. You might be sitting down. Maybe other times you're walking around or moving around a little bit. You're pouring water and milk on a Shiva Linga, and it keeps you engaged. And so you can really be there and receive this destiny changing empowerment, so that it's like Shiva comes and takes away the karma so that we can have a much better rest of the year for 2022.
Some people may have purchased the Maha Shivaratri program in previous years. If you've done that, it's still in your Pillai Center Academy. And I know that for some people with the lockdowns and the economy issues, etc., if money is a little bit tight, it's totally fine to simply watch the replays of what you had purchased before and do the rituals on your own at home using the audios, etc., that you have in your Pillai Center Academy from previous years. So there's many different ways. Dr. Pillai would never want anybody to be stressing. So each person can figure out what's going to work well for them this year. But those of you that have purchased in the past, you do have all those materials still in your Pillai Center Academy available to you. Okay, let me go on here again.
Yeah, that's such a great point, Swami Vali, because there's many ways that we can participate, just depending on what we need to do at this point in time and what's possible with our schedule and time and money and energy and responsibilities. But whatever we do, it is so powerful this night, because there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people in the world, maybe even millions. I'm not sure how many people will be celebrating Maha Shivaratri worldwide. And then here we have this opportunity to celebrate it under the guidance of Dr. Pillai, which is just amazing. It's just really a privilege. Even just to hear the mantras in his voice is so much more powerful. And in that mythotherapy story we heard, where Suswata was in the tree all night in the forest, unwittingly keeping vigil and doing the rituals, he had no idea of what powerful blessings he was going to get as a result of that. he probably thought, oh, this is so scary and uncomfortable to be in the dark forest all night and hiding in a tree. But then it actually turned out to be the greatest blessing for him. And they're going to be, in this slide, we can see there's going to be lots of remedies done in India, and they do them authentically at the right power spots, the energy vortices where Shiva's energy is very alive. And you're really, that's one way of participating too, to take it up a notch even more. And it's by proxy, so they'll call out your name and your birth star so that you're energetically present there in India.
Beautiful. There's some more comments coming in the chat. Kalyani is saying, today the mantra and Babaji's voice was so soothing and gave me the peace and settling in my heart. And Kelly is saying, this is a miracle for me. My dancing Shiva arrived on Tuesday, just in time for Shivaratri practice. So she apparently had ordered a dancing Shiva statue and it arrived for her this week. So she's happy. Laura is saying, I feel speechless. I heard the air around me shaking like something touched my body and it started to vibrate intensely. And I felt a little bit dizzy and renewed. So apparently it was overall a good experience. Everardo is saying, greetings and thanks for the contribution to auspiciousness. He's already fasting and he can't wait for Shivaratri. So that's wonderful. Katie is saying, I received a divine message that Sucharita should move to a warmer climate. I'll pass that on to her, Katie, but she is a citizen of Canada, and Canada just, always has a colder type of climate. But I'll pass your message on to her. Thank you for that. Sutrita's been a little bit under the weather right now, and your prayers and holding her in the light are very appreciated. She's one of our beloved Pillai Center teachers who's been a bit poor health for a bit. Okay, let's move on to our next slide here.
Yeah, so
Okay,
this
so
is
this
giving
slide
you go ahead, Swamini Vali.
So this slide is giving you the pricing information for the paid programs. Those of you that are interested in the early bird pricing, please know that it ends, early bird pricing will be ending tomorrow, February 18th. So if you're interested in that pricing point, please take advantage of this fairly soon. And then the slide also has information about the deadlines for registering for these different aspects of the program. The fundamentals is Dr. Pillai's live midnight empowerment. The premiere has everything in fundamentals, plus it has the Great Night of Shiva program in the Pillai Center Academy, and it has the live 12-hour vigil. And then all-inclusive has all of those things, plus the remedies that are being done in India. And again, no pressure on anyone. If you just want to do this on your own at home, that's fine. But there is often a lot of delight in being with Dr. Pillai live or being with the community for the vigil, etc. And of course, the remedies are very powerful for everyone. Kalyani is saying, yesterday I had to get up from the meditation towards the end because there was someone at the door. I just couldn't get up and walk. I felt very dizzy. I think that must be the energy. Yeah. So sometimes when we're meditating, Dr. Pillai tells us to come back very, very slowly, to take our time, to not try to rush it, because we do actually have to let the energy integrate into us and settle into us. So, it's okay to take your time in coming back from some of these deeper experiences. It's okay to do that. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure how to say this name. Su King Yut. I'm sorry if I mangled that. Is saying, very thankful to Babaji, Lord Shiva, and our teachers for causing me to have an inner smile. Oh, I like that. I like that very much. That's very good. Beautiful. Okay, so there should be information and links below the video for you to click on if you're interested in the paid program part. We will be continuing the free community calls each night from now through the 27th, and you're welcome to attend these live or listen to the replays on Pillai Center Practice Channel. I'd like to thank Radha for being our host tonight and helping us with telling us that beautiful mythotherapy story. And I'd like to thank everyone for your participation and support. I'm going to play just a little bit of Namah Shivaya for a few minutes. Whoops, this went back. It shouldn't have done that. My mouse made it jump back. Sorry for that. Go forward. And I'll just play Namah Shivaya just a little bit in case you guys want to say your goodbyes to each other in the chat. So just a second while I cue that up.
Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Nam
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.